Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be translating a video made by the IDF about the huge arsenal of weapons and equipment that was caught last week after the Hamas attack on October 7th. So let's get started. So this is a garden hose, just a simple garden hose they use. They stuff it with explosives. It's very flexible. You can wrap it around poles and other structures. Very simple charge. Okay, moving on. We have 1 pound TNT bricks. Very common. Looks like these were made in 2007. We're not quite sure where they made. There's some other markings on them, but I prefer not to discuss those at this time. These are a variety of shape charges used to blow up doors and walls. Look like a frame. They have a fuse. Looks like Hamas copied these from the IDF. Set up the fuse, put it together, blow up a structure, blow up a door. We found many of these. These are SA-7s, anti-aircraft shoulder missiles against helicopters and planes. As far as I know, 2 of these were employed against our planes last week. This is an RPG-29 thermal warhead. This used to burn things inside a room. As far as we know, we've seen in the Gaza base, they went from room to room and burned, torched every single room they can find. This produced up to 3,000 degrees Celsius, and it will burn and kill everything inside a room. Same charge, RPG-29 with a magnetic extension. They would run up to the tanks, use the magnet, attach the charge to the tank, use the fuse, 7-second fuse, run away, and it would blow up the tank or blow up a big hole in the tank. These black charges are dual purpose charges. They were built in Gaza and they can use them against vehicles and personnel. The 10 ones are Italian mines that were converted to multi-purpose charges. They were exported to Egypt and then from Egypt to Gaza, so these are Italian/Egyptian charges. As you can see, we found a lot of first aid kits, blood transfusions, a lot of medical equipment. They had plans to stay in Israel for over a month and fight us, so they brought a lot of medical equipment to take care of their wounded. These are RPG warheads that they mass produced in Gaza. They took the RPG-7 and tried to clone it with RPG-29 so they can produce double warheads for a very low price, very cheaply. These used against reactive armor. These are other RPG-7 warheads in the canisters that they made. You can see their markings and insignias on these. These green RPG warheads were made in Russia, and the gray ones were made in North Korea, as far as we can tell. These are very common around the world. There are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of them. We found over 1,000 of these in this attack. The green warhead you're seeing on the left is an authentic RPG-29 warhead, double warhead for reactive armor. We only found one of these. And it's fired from this huge cannon. Usually requires a crew of 2, the operator and the spotter. I guess they didn't have many of those, so they resorted to try to make their own version of the RPG-29, as you can see, by taking RPG-7s and then cutting them and adding a second charge to them, again, to defeat reactive armor. These are some of the AK-47s and other guns they were carrying, plus the RPG launches. Everything explosive in this room will be staying here. We will be analyzing, studying, and actually testing some of these charges. The non-explosive stuff, like the machine guns, the rifles, etc., will be transferred to another unit that is in charge of disposing enemy arms. We got over 700 of these AKs, machine guns, etc. What really surprised me is the amount of weapons they arrive with and the thought that they can succeed overcoming the IDF. They definitely were preparing to stay here for a long time and fight their way through, possibly take over other communities. I visited some of these communities and they had 3 to 5 pickup trucks in every one of them. At least some tens of them on the side of the roads that the IDF disabled. Every pickup had 10 RPGs, 15 IEDs, and a variety of other weapons. So here's the arsenal that was caught by the numbers. Starting from the top left, we have 1,500 AK-47s, 2,000 dynamite sticks, 3,000 hand grenades, 200 sticky IEDs for tanks, that's what it says, 1,000 IEDs of some other type, 1,000 RPG warheads, 50 50 missiles, I'm assuming maybe Cornet E, because I know they had those, or have those, 100 mines, 100 PK machine guns, 30 SA-7s. Wow, they had a lot of anti-aircraft capabilities. 30 missiles against barriers, buildings, and 50 gliders with explosives.